Listen up, Chiefs Kingdom. We've witnessed greatness in this league, players who reach heights so astronomical they seem untouchable. But now we're focusing on a player who is undeniably one of the absolute best. He's been thrown into a situation that's so shocking, it might just ignite a fire no one saw coming. This is a two-time Super Bowl MVP, a man who's carried a team to unimaginable success, and yet he's been overlooked. Sometimes, when you've been on top for so long, not getting that recognition can make the chip on your shoulder even bigger. Will this snub push him to break new barriers, or has the game finally caught up with him? Stay with me for this story. You won't want to miss it. Let's break this down. This isn't just about a quarterback missing out on the Pro Bowl. We're talking about an athlete who has shattered expectations, taken the league by storm, and solidified himself as one of the most electrifying quarterbacks in NFL history. We're talking about Patrick Mahomes, who since stepping in as the starting quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs in 2018, has proven his worth time and time again. This season, he finds himself on the outside looking in when it comes to the Pro Bowl for the first time, a surprising twist for a player of his caliber. Mahomes has won 2 Super Bowl MVPs and has been the face of the Chiefs dynasty. So why was he missed in the Pro Bowl selections after leading the Chiefs to a stellar 15-1 record, securing the top seed in the AFC, and setting the stage for a potential third straight Super Bowl appearance? The answer is simple. The competition has never been tougher. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow have all made their marks this season, becoming the faces of the AFC quarterback landscape. They've got the accolades, the stats, and the respect, but this was supposed to be Mahomes' spot. He should have been at the top of the list, the centerpiece of the Pro Bowl. But here's the kicker. Just because Mahomes missed the nod doesn't mean he's slowing down. Not at all. He's not one to wallow in missed opportunities. History shows that this could be the fuel he needs to ignite his game even further. A guy like Mahomes doesn't need extra motivation, but you can bet this snub will sit in the back of his mind as he aims for greatness. For those who have followed Mahomes over the years, you know his potential. The no-look passes, the game-winning drives, the Super Bowl heroics. What he's done for Kansas City is nothing short of spectacular. But this year, let's face it, he's taken a slight step back. Now, don't get it twisted. His numbers are still solid: 3,928 passing yards, the lowest of his career as a starter, and 26 touchdown passes, tied for the fewest since he took the helm in Kansas City. For any other quarterback, those numbers would be a solid season. But this is Patrick Mahomes we're discussing. This is a player who's been compared to legends, and when he puts up numbers that seem average, it feels concerning. However, let's look at the full picture. Mahomes set a career high with a completion percentage of 67.5% this season, and he reduced his interceptions to just 11, marking his lowest total since 2019. While he may not have delivered the jaw-dropping numbers we typically expect, he's still been effective. He knows how to win games, move the ball, and come through in the clutch. Remember, reaching the Pro Bowl isn't his main goal. Mahomes is focused on something much bigger. So, what's next for Mahomes? You know he thrives under pressure, and with a 15-1 record and first-round playoff bye, the Chiefs are heading into the postseason with one goal: another Super Bowl title. This isn't about individual accolades anymore. The Pro Bowl is now in the rearview mirror. For Kansas City, this is about making history. Mahomes is leading a team that has the chance to be the first in NFL history to win 3 consecutive Super Bowl titles. Imagine the magnitude of that achievement. And with this Pro Bowl snub, Mahomes now has even more motivation to prove himself. If you thought he was dangerous before, just wait to see what he has in store for the playoffs. He's the last person you want to face with something to prove, and believe me, he's got a score to settle. Now, let's dive deeper. This situation is about more than just a postseason award. It's about legacy. How will history remember Patrick Mahomes? And when the playoffs arrive, he's ready to show the world why he remains the most dangerous man in football. Let's think about what Mahomes has accomplished. He's a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, the first player in NFL history to win both an MVP and Super Bowl MVP in the same season. He's reinvented the quarterback position and has been the spark plug for a Kansas City offense that has been revolutionized under his leadership. Yet despite all his contributions, this year's voters decided it wasn't enough. Sure, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow are all talented quarterbacks, but when you stack their seasons against Mahomes, something doesn't add up. Allen and Jackson had MVP-caliber seasons, and Burrow led his Bengals on a remarkable second-half run. But Mahomes still managed to lead his team to a phenomenal 15-1 record. He's the heartbeat of the Chiefs, the reason Kansas City sits atop the AFC playoff picture. This is Mahomes we're talking about, a man who has tasted glory but who is now being left out of the spotlight. And that can ignite a fire like nothing else. Here's the bottom line. Mahomes' stats this season may not seem earth-shattering, but they tell only part of the story. He's adopted a more measured approach, learning to protect the ball and play smarter rather than just relying on his raw talent and athleticism. That shows growth. But for Mahomes, this Pro Bowl snub is a slight, an oversight, and a reminder that in this league, greatness isn't always recognized as it should be. However, Mahomes isn't in it for accolades. He's in it for championships and legacy. With everything at stake, you can bet he will turn this snub into motivation. When the playoffs begin, everyone will remember that the Pro Bowl may have overlooked him, but the world won't forget Patrick Mahomes. For all the latest updates and to stay on top of every big play, hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell. Let's keep the momentum going. Go Chiefs!